What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that I will continue bringing you great content. So, over time, I've been reading in the comment section where I've been asked by men to help their wives or their women get into firearms. And so they're like, well, Liv, how do I get my wife into firearms? I love firearms, but she's just not into it. So here's a couple of things. Number one, I do not speak for all women. Okay, I can only go by my experiences and what I see. So just take this with a grain of salt, right? Because I don't know everything. Secondly, let's start with the media, right? So the media has a way of inflicting fear into people who are uneducated. So if you don't know much about firearms, then you'll just take what they say on the media as fact. Right? So there's a lot of misinformation coming from different news outlets in regards to firearms and firearm ownership, right? It's just flat out misinformation. So if she watches a lot of that rhetoric, then she may be consumed with misinformation, and that might be deterring her from wanting to get into firearms. That's a possibility. I don't know that for a fact, but it could be a possibility because when I look at the news, I'm like, that's not accurate. Or where did they get that information from? That's totally false. So, but that's because I'm educated when it comes to majority of gun related issues and gun related parts and accessories and that type of stuff. So I kind of have a grasp of what is factual and what is not. But for the average woman, they may not know the difference between what's being said and what is actually fact. So, next, education, right? That goes along with the media, right? So, educating your woman, your wife, your sister, your niece, or whoever is the female in your life that you're trying to get them to get into the hobby of firearms, they need proper education. So, that goes along with maybe watching videos that's going to help put a positive light on firearm ownership, watching competition videos that is fun and they can see the enjoyment that people get out of owning firearms and using firearms. If they're into hunting, maybe showing some of them videos on hunting. Maybe they go out with you hunting with a little 22, right? Something that's not going to have a loud bang and echo where they're not fearful of it. Also, in the house, when you're just kind of sitting around, obviously make sure the gun is empty and unloaded. There are no ammunition around, but maybe letting them hold the firearm, right? Letting them get a taste of what it's like to have a real one in their hand, easing that fear away. If you take them to the range, having them use a 22 or a 380, preferably a 22, right? There's less bang, less recoil, the bullet is small and not intimidating, and it's something that they can pick up, they can hold, they can use. It's not so aggressive, and maybe have them shoot that for a while, and for a while could mean a year. You know, for a while could mean 6 months until they're used to it. And then you can move up on the next caliber, like a 380 or a 9mm. But getting them very comfortable with a firearm, right? Also, maybe accepting the fact that over time, that it could just not very well be their thing. Right? So let's say you've gone through the steps where you've debunked a lot of the misinformation in the media and you let them hold the firearm in a home. You brought them to the range to let them hold a 22. And you've done all of that good stuff and they're just like, you know what? I'm just not into it. I can accept it for what it is, but that's just not my thing. And being okay with it, because just because it's not their thing today doesn't mean that they won't be interested in it next year or the year after. But again, just debunking that misinformation, educating them on what is actually right and factual, letting them see positive videos. Even when you go to the range and you guys are looking in the glass case and looking at the firearms, let them pick them up, let them hold it and see how it feels in their hands. And maybe that will pique their interest into saying, that's a pretty nice gun. And I know that with a lot of women, right, we like color and we like to look at color and we say, oh, that pink gun is cute, or that, powder blue or Tiffany blue gun is so cute, let me pick that up. and let them pick it up, right? If you may say in your mind, that gun is junk, right? But they don't know that. So let them pick it up, let them hold it, and they may like it and then say, hey, maybe I want to shoot it. There is no blueprint on trying to get someone interested in firearms, especially women, right? There's no blueprint. The only thing you can do is present it to them, give them the information, and hopefully there's something in them that gravitate toward firearm ownership. Anyway, that's just my take on it. I could totally be off base. I could have missed a lot of information in this video, but I just kind of want to put something out there that maybe it is a reference for you, or it's a starting conversation that you can have with your loved one when it comes to firearm ownership. So I hope that helped you. I hope you guys are treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Peace.